Pisces.
Hello everyone, it's great to see you, and the channel here is new, so I'm going to have to ask you to resubscribe so I can get these videos to your inbox. And before we start the forecast, let me just update you that your monthly recorded audio scopes are up, and also your daily scopes. And thank you for all the great feedback on that. It is for a limited time free for you to go listen every single day. So just go to the website here and you can see what is up on a daily basis. Let's go to your forecasts. Hello Pisces, this is your November forecast for 2013, and it's great to see you here. And we are starting off this month with you kind of reaching for higher realms this month. November for you will be all about seeking out into the world, out into that expansive universe, the sun, the moon, and we have an eclipse new moon, so that has a punch of 3 moons in it right there. And we also have Mercury, and Mercury is retrograde, so we got a lot of things going on here in this 9th house. So I see you reaching for these regions out there, foreign places, people, maybe even traveling afar, but are at least wanting to reach people afar. Now, this is also to do with your own spirituality, opening up that higher consciousness, kind of, you know, going up to those higher frequencies as well. But I see it as being very dynamic here between your 9th house and also your 11th house, where this pivotal point of transformation is coming from Pluto, wanting to renew you, you know, and this Pluto is pretty strong in your 11th house for groups and organizations, also friendships. So you can see that there can be a lot of support coming to you this month from that area, where they're coming out here to help you reach those stars there in the 9th house. The 9th house is also all about teaching or also learning something new. So either, you know, you will sign up for some class where you're trying to should I say, find a mentor that can guide you into these areas. But it could also be somebody coming in to mentor you. However that works out for you, it's going to be good. It's going to be fantastic. Now, the new moon, let's talk about it. It's coming in here on November 3rd, so like very early in the month. And we always plant our intentions, you know, on the new moon. But since this moon here is packed with such a punch, and it is an eclipse, you might also see something go. Whatever needs to go here on this date, trust it, okay? Because the universe knows better. It sees beyond the corner that we can't see. So it knows that whatever needs to go isn't a part of where you're meant to head down. So you want to trust that and just see what is coming in as you plant the intentions for this very area of wanting growth. Because I'm seeing how you're longing to spread your wings, and so you will as well. What you're doing here in November is setting yourself up for what is to come in December. December is going to be a very powerful, in many ways, career month for you, where something is going to be put on the chart, and I see you receiving a lot of good feedback for what it is you are trying to achieve when the sun goes there, but that's not before the end of this month on the 21st. But let's take a look here at where Mars is right now, because Mars is your drive. It's your goal, you know, it's where you're trying to push ahead. And I'm seeing here for you right now, relationships are going to be really important. Whether this is your committed type of relationship to a spouse or a partner, or those you work with or team up with. And whoever you're teaming up with right now here in November, I see as being very powerful and very important to you. Mars in this area, and as it's cruising through Virgo, Virgo is very analytical. Mars is working really now to get the information that Virgo holds. You know, so you might be doing some research. You might, you know, or maybe this partner coming in that's going to be supporting you has all of this information, has all of this support, which will come in that can empower you. And not just empower you, Pisces, which it will, but I'm seeing how this golden ray is coming up here towards Pluto in your 11th house for groups and organizations. So somehow your partner this month may be able to open up doors and get you up and out into these groups. It could also be friendships coming in here because it's also the house of friendship. So it might be somebody you know coming in that can help you open this door as well. Now Mercury retrograde, and it is in Scorpio, so we tend to think a little deeper. Scorpio processes emotionally very deep. So many of you will feel unto the 11th of this month that you will be going back over all the could have, should have, would have done and didn't do, and how you can tweak and do it better now. And you'll feel how that's going to pick you up here as you get the insights, because it is that 9th house of research too. So you may find something here that you can really empower yourself with. And so anytime after the 11th is when you're going to see this is going to start lifting and rising, okay? So use this time to reevaluate. That's what Mercury retrograde wants us to do. Don't necessarily start anything before or after the 11th, but you can definitely have discussions, talks, negotiations, and so forth, but just no contracts before or after the 11th. If you get to the 15th onwards, even better, okay, for you. But let's just start at the top of the month here, at the very last day of October. Mars and this Pluto that we're talking about, they formed a golden ray, a triangle, and that's from your 7th house to the 11th house. So it's starting off the month here really energetic, okay? You know direction. You've done your research here, probably for the most part on the October side. So you're kind of ready to kind of move into action here as these two powerhouses get together. And it comes at a time where Uranus and Pluto are just at a pivotal point of cresting. And Uranus will snap like this, like an earthquake out of nowhere, boom. You know, we have a tectonic shift. Pluto can suddenly combust like that, like a volcano out of nowhere, no signal, and boom. So these two forces, they're very powerful. For you, where have you been feeling the most intensity here recently? You've probably been feeling even anxiety to a certain extent. At least some of you might feel it. And we get this anxious when we don't know what's happening or where we're heading. We know where we were. We had control in the past. But when things are cresting and shifting like this, we don't know where we're shifting to. So it's just a human factor to feel a little anxious, but trust me, just go with the flow, because the universe knows what you don't, and therefore you can trust. You want to surrender so things can fall into place without you working against it. When you work against it, it just gets tougher. But this crest, let's talk about where it's coming from. Some of you might have felt that something jolted your financial situation. That's Uranus in your 2nd house for income. Okay, it's 9 degrees there now. And then the shift coming also from your 11th house, this is groups and organizations. There's Pluto, also 9 degrees, so they have this perfect square right now. And here's this intensity, pressing, 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 and then we have the square, perfect aligned square. This is November 1st, just as it's getting support from Mars to this Pluto. So I'm thinking whatever shift is coming to you now, it's going to be good because Mars is there supporting, helping it. And you might see that this whole energy may now take a new route. And also, why I'm thinking it's going to be positive for you is because Mercury's in good communication here with Mars, which is action. They are aligned with a sextile. The Sun, which is you, now here in the 9th house, is also having a great aspect to Pluto. So you're communicating here in the 9th house with foreign countries and faraway places to the Pluto, which is in groups. So right here you have a great alliance as well. So something is coming together. And Mercury, which communicates, is also lined up to this Pluto here by sextile. So also from the 9th house. So I'm seeing you're going to be communicating. It's going to be powerful communication. You're getting through to the masses. You're getting support from the masses. And then the Sun, which is also you in this 9th house, is sextile this Mars. You know, so that's partnership, relationships. Here's foreign country, the higher education. and then groups. It's all coming together. It's this nice little package, and it's very energetic. And in these very first few days where all this is going on, you got that new moon eclipse, right? So that's there too. So I'm really excited to see the beginning of November for you, as opposed to what happened in the beginning of October for most of you, when these planets were not so happy. You know, we had Venus-Mars square, so they were not happy with each other. We had the Sun and Uranus opposing one another, so something kind of separated, split it away unexpectedly for many of you. And plus we still had that square with Uranus and Pluto. So October was difficult for very many people, and for astrologers most, I don't think they liked to forecast that month because it was so volatile. But whatever was a little up in the air last month, this month, it's going to come together, it's going to gel. We're seeing dedicated, focused energy that you are behind. Okay, so you're in the driver's seat here, Pisces. Venus has been cruising your 10th house for career, so you've been thinking a whole lot. You've been working really good throughout all of October. You will have it in this area here for your career until the 5th. Then Venus is going to move into hopes, dreams, and wishes, the 11th house, friendships, groups and organizations. So you're going to open up like this and take in groups or give out to groups. So you're going to see, and you're going to love it, because that Venus is a lover, not a fighter. And it's going to be moving in towards Pluto, which these two are going to be very, very intensely interlocked. This is coming up here on the 14th, so pay attention to it. The 14th coming into the 15th, somehow you're going to see what we were talking about, that square, this pressure release, groups, and also how your financial situation is coming together. Well, that is coming together as Venus joins that square, because it's going to be conjunct Pluto, but it's going to be square Uranus. So somehow it's going to be affecting your money here November 14th. And hopefully that will be good for you. It all depends on what's in your personal chart. Can't see that from here, but one way or another it's going to be quite intense. Then we have the Sun moving out of this area of this higher education or your philosophical self and questioning everything. And you're going to be moving from this 9th house area into the 10th house of career, just as Venus now has moved out of that area. The Sun is going to come in, follow up, follow through. From the 21st of November onwards, we will have a good financial talk and discussion on the 23rd. I think you're going to see some results, maybe from the results of what was taking place on the 14th. You'll start seeing that shape shift and take form. On the 23rd, this will be between, again, your 9th house and also that of the 11th house. Okay, so groups and foreign places and people and education and teaching and so forth. So you can see how we're repeating a lot of the same messages. So your entire scope is going to be here on the 9th house. That's the Sagittarian house. It's in the sign of Scorpio, though. So I see how you're philosophically reaching for these higher goals, and you're so intensely into it, because Scorpio allows you to go deep into it. So you'll have that, and then, yes, you're going to be powered by this external hard drive, which is Pluto plugging into the system, Mars fueling it. So, I mean, how can it not be good? Okay, because all of this going up in the 9th is powered by a good aspect coming from the 7th house partnerships and the 11th house. So you have this like major constellation going on. It should be good. Alrighty, so this is pretty much what we have. Pay attention to your retrograde. Go back over the past thoughts, past people coming in, maybe from faraway places as well. The Neptune, your ruler, is going to go direct on 13th, okay? And currently she's in your 1st house. So if you feel your creativity has been a little drying up over the last few months, it's only because she's been sleeping. But you will see how your creative juices are going to jump in here on the 13th. And she's going to be going direct for months and months to come. So you will be back on track listening to that channel that you have. You're so psychic, Pisces, you, Scorpio, and Cancer. So it's all this water that's just going to be coming down here in a sensation of beauty. All right, so you'll be happy again. And then we have that Jupiter going retrograde on the 8th. So anything you need to do where you need Jupiter's support, just be sure, especially if you're listening to this on the October side, use Jupiter now while you can. Not saying that she is totally gone when she is retrograde, because she still shines through, but you won't have the abundance of the support that she can give you. And for you, this is the 5th house. 5th house of creativity. You being unique, coming out, you know, doing your projects and so forth. So any projects you're doing, get it on. Okay, so let me walk you through how you're going to find your daily scopes and how to listen to them, download them. It's actually very simple. You go up here to the address bar and you type in zeitgeist.com. That is the home page. When it comes up, you go to your daily scopes right there, and you'll see you have your daily scopes right here. Now the ones that are activated, you will see that they are a little darker here in pink, and I add in as we go along. And these are free. It's a promotion until November 15th. So what you want to do, say you want to go to the 12th, well, you click on the 12th here on this page, and up comes here, and you will see on the right hand side the daily scopes right here, and you just go to your free download now. And you can check out other dates too if you want to go back in time, and if something special happened, well, go check that out, you know, and see what happened that day. But say you want to download here October 11th, you go to free download. It will take you right here. You put in your email address. I'll put mine here. You go submit. And here is your daily scope right here. It'll say download, and it will download directly to you. You open up with your default player. I have Windows Media Player. Click OK. Up comes your file, and you will be able to listen to it immediately. It's just waiting here as it's uploading that file. And why is it taking a little bit? Let me just do that again. Open. There we go. There's the file, and it will start playing here immediately. And you can just listen through it, and it goes. They're probably mainly between 5 to 8 minutes. This one here is 5 minutes, but yeah. So you can listen to it. You can go back. You can listen to another date. You can come back every day. It is a free thing for right now, and if you would like to share this with your friends, go ahead and send them this link that I have here on Daily Scopes. I made a mini URL here, and you can just copy and paste this, oops, right there, and send that to your friends, and I will see you next month.